It's a short walk through a line of one-room rentals in Chisalosalo village in Kawempe division, Kampala city. Thembo Kitsumbire's room is located at the end of the walkway. In 8 years, this is the third slum the former Prime Minister of the Rwenzururu Kingdom is living in. Before he was exiled in Kampala, Kitsumbire was a wealthy man by Ugandan standards. He had land in Bundibujo, Kabarole and Kasese districts. He also owned 17 rental rooms in Kasese municipality, catering for his 17 children. However, all this has been sold off.
What I had invested within a period of 74 years now has been destroyed in a period of 8 years confinement in the hardship environment of Kampala.
On November 27, 2016, the UPDF, commanded by then Brigadier Peter Elwelu, attacked the Rwenzururu Palace in Kasese district, killing dozens of royal guards and arresting the Omusinga Charles Wesley Mumbere. At the time, Kitsumbire was the acting prime minister of the kingdom, but he was not in the palace during the attack.
They called me to the RDC's office. I thought we were going to discuss something like the security. But reaching there, I was arrested and taken to be seen. First of all, they did not give me any meal to eat. Even the police officer with a rank who gave me a cup of porridge was arrested for 3 days.
He was transferred to Nalfenya police post, then Jinja prison, where he says a senior prison warden who tried to give him good food was dragged before the disciplinary committee for helping a terrorist.
It is me who asked the system or the commission or the court to transfer me from Jinja to Luzera prisons. 16th March 2017, I was given court bail.
Since his bail was granted, the 74-year-old father of 17, who was charged with treason, misprision of treason, and terrorism, has never set foot in his home. His bail conditions do not permit him to leave Wakiso district. Last year, the Omusinga and 217 royal guards were pardoned by the government and granted amnesty. Kitsumbire, though, refused to apply for amnesty.
There was dialogue going on between Mumbere's team and the government's team. I was not involved. But at the end of the day, I only saw our lawyers and the government lawyers bringing the form that you signed.
On reading the claims he was supposed to assent to, Kitsumbire says he made a decision that it was better to die in exile.
The form was reading, I saw and so, meaning I would have said, I, Thembo Kitsumbire, consent that I got involved in fighting the government, and I saw there is nowhere I have ever got involved in fighting the government of Uganda.
When asked if these were the conditions that Omusinga assented to, this is his response.
What I only know is that he signed the form and went home after 7 years confined in Kampala. But since then, I have not met him to ask him exactly what he meant. When
pinned on whether the royal guards were armed before the UPDF attack, Kitsumbire says they had the local cultural instruments that other cultural institutions possess in large quantities.
Those are the very royal guards that were trained by the government of Uganda. It was a training arrangements between the king and the IGP. I was not involved in that one.
He further asserts that the former IGP, Kale Kaihura, first trained 80 royal guards and then continued to train more.
They say Mumbere is king, is general. Kale Kaihura is general. The whole of that circus was between the two. Not maybe this one was training them to protect his fellow general.
In 1985, Kitsumbire, a former teacher, joined the National Resistance Army and was appointed an assistant to the Special District Administrator at the time, Phineas Manoni Katirima, now a general in the UPDF. In 1990, he joined Uganda Habitat for Humanity as country director, and in 2002 joined Kasese district as vice chairperson of the Public Accounts Committee. In 2012, he was appointed security minister in the Rwenzururu Kingdom and rose through the ranks to third deputy prime minister. To while away the long hours, Kitsumbire, who suffers from high blood pressure, was advised by his doctors to walk from Chebando to the city center and back twice a week. He says after walking, he sleeps like a baby without a single worry in the world. The biblical Job, who refused to take his wife's advice to curse God and die, Kitsumbire has refused to take his family's advice and ask for amnesty to return home to Kasese district. Instead, he wants the government to allow the courts to do their job. Gillian Nantume in Chisalo Salo, Chebando.